Yo, it's Mel from Rap Rankings. To hear the full episode this clip comes from and all the other episodes, stop by raprankings.com or search Rap Rankings on your favorite podcast platform. Track 10, Forgot About Dre, featuring Eminem.
No, we didn't. We've been
Dr.
doing the
Dre.
review for the last, 4 hours.
Brother, here he is. Produced by Dr. Dre and Mailman. Folks, I'm not going to be a dork here. Come on, it's a flat 8 for me. I like it a lot. You know? It's a classic hip-hop. I wasn't going to come in here, swinging my penis around, talk about it as a 6. No, you got to like it. Forgot About Dre. Forgot About Dre. Come on. Flat 8.
I give it a 9. Ding Me Baby. It's my second favorite song on the album. I think even more so than Renegade, it's Eminem's greatest guest verse of all time.
Wow. Of all time?
What's a better one?
It's good. I mean, here's the thing. I don't have
we even said I
don't have an instant recall of Eminem guest verses, but
M didn't murder J on Renegade. We said that ourselves in that review.
I prefer that verse, but this verse is great. I think he's had better guest verses. And
this is a better song than Renegade. I much prefer this song. Renegade is like a dark, brooding Renegade. You know, this is a song, man. It's Dr. Dre.
And you ain't black.
I know what's going on here.
What?
Like
the racial makeup of both
energy.
songs is exactly the same.
It is. It is a black dude and a white dude on both songs, but he's being zanier and more stereotypically crazed in his whiteness on this.
Yes,
one.
that's when Eminem is at his best.
Well, I won't argue there, but that's also why Moulz is giving this a 9 because.
What did I give Renegades?
It's Renegade, man. Ain't plural.
Well, it used to be Renegades.
Tell you like I told my dad when I was a kid. It's not Taco Bell's, okay? It's Taco Bell. All right.
It ain't Joe Budden's. It's Joe Biden.
Well, no, Joe Budden's is funny. You gotta let that rock. All right, the Blueprint. You gave Renegade a flat 8.
Yeah, I really like Renegade, but I
gave it an 8+.
This is that much better to me. He's flowing his ass off on this song. He's not on Renegade.
I mean, it's a classic Eminem verse for sure. You know, I don't.
I think this is his
all-time best guest verse.
What else other than Renegade?
I don't. Like I said, I can't recall right now, but I'm sure
Eminem's not a guy that drops a lot of guest verses, Mel.
Sure, he does.
Really?
D12 and 50 Cent and all that.
D12 is his group. D12 is his group. That's like saying Andre 3000 drops a lot of guest verses for Outkast.
Mel ain't rap? Oh, no. Jesse, don't put me on the Mel ain't rap account for that.
You've already been on it 4 times in one episode so far.
Oh, no. Stop. Okay. That was the only warranted time. Okay.
What Eminem? You keep saying no, but which one?
I told you I can't off the top of my head.
He's not a prolific feature guy. That's like me if I said.
Aren't you a monster apologist?
That's his own song, bro.
Oh, right.
And why the fuck would I put Monster featuring Rihanna over Forgot About Dre? I'm not you, bro.
That's what kind of Eminem fan you is.
No, that's the kind of fan you are with your now 23
I don't like
Adam Levine ass music.
Monster.
It doesn't matter. It's more in the Mel wheelhouse.
No, it ain't.
All right, we know about you.
I love the way you lie on this show because it makes you look stupid.
We know about Mel. And I don't know why I'm getting so much grief for this. You act like I'm saying his verse on Touchdown by T.I. is the best Eminem verse.
I'm just saying, this was shocking to me, the best of all time.
So what? Google Eminem's best guest verses.
Right now.
No,
leave this for the people
we
on
do
YouTube
a 9-hour, 10-hour podcast. Search right now.
This is going on the YouTube because they love Eminem there. They're going to argue about this. I'm not arguing.
Best guest verses.
And forth with you, white boy.
Okay, here we go. Fine. Eminem's best guest verses. This is what people are saying, right? Ranked. Eminem's.
Who are these people?
Double XL. Double XL.
They run by white people these days. Vanessa Sadden. She white, ain't she?
I don't know about any. They say Dead Wrong, Biggie, featuring Eminem, Dead Wrong. Forgot About Dre, number 2. Dr. Dre featuring Eminem. Renegade, number 3.
Even they don't think it's number 1. There you go.
No, but they think Renegade's number 3. Patiently waiting.
They don't know anything.
Patiently waiting. 50 Cent, number 4.
They're Drop a tabloid these days, basically. Double XL lost all of their goodwill.
If I get locked up, that's not really a feature. Listen. This is the best Eminem feature verse by far.
Look, I gotta go through some other verses.
Mel,
before
this
I
is
let
the funny
that fly.
thing. Whenever you
I don't
try
think
to,
that's a preposterous take. I'm just saying it's a little alarming to me. I gotta go through his catalog.
It's alarming, bro. This is the funniest thing. I came with an example. You couldn't come with a counterpoint.
I know, because I don't know his feature verses off the top of my head like that, but I feel like I've heard more striking ones. Not to say this is not striking, okay? Bro, I've been quoting it for daggone 22 years. Is that how long it's been? 21? Something like that? 22?
I don't think it's preposterous to say. Double XL rated it his second best of all time.
Look, man.
They ranked it ahead of Renegades. Don't let the fact that Eminem murdered you on your own shit, supposedly, be that it's his best verse. Because it's not his best feature verse. It's just not.
That wasn't what we were debunking. We were debunking that he murdered Jay. That's
right,
not
but
the case. They both did fine.
What I'm saying is, on this song, it's clear who the star is.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not going to argue with you there. But your argument is that this is his best feature verse of all time. And I'm not saying that's a bad take. I just would like to go through more before I agree with you there. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
But you got nothing to rebuttal with.
I don't off the top of my head. I don't know Eminem like you know Eminem. I admit that.
So how does it sound alarming?
Because I feel like I've heard other things.
So which ones? Which one? Forever? Last name ever?
You done messed around and made us forget about Dre. Okay? Look at you.
Because I made a statement and you acted the way you acted.
I didn't act anyway. I was gonna just move it along, but you got all, what's that word? Indigno, right?
I'd say you got indignant because I said it and you're
anger
like,
or annoyance at what is perceived as unfair treatment. You got indigno.
I think we both got indigno based on that. I think we're both indigno.
We ain't both indigno.
No, we're both indigno. We were both indigno. 1,000% indigno, both of us. No, I'm like 999. You're like 1,000.
Folks, call in 718-635-0743. Who was more indigno here? Okay, I was ready to move on. I was just making notes.
You got nothing. Okay. You got nothing to refute. That's the thing. If I was in a real debate with someone, a hip hop debate with someone who knew what they were talking about.
I didn't mean to start a debate. I would have, if I had some on me, I would have started a debate.
That's what I'm saying. Don't pull out your gun if you're not ready to have a gunfight. I didn't pull
out the gun. I didn't pull it out.
You pulled out the gun.
You hear that? It's right here. It's on my hip. I didn't pull it out. All right. Can we talk about Dre?
You started talking about, I know what this is. I know what this is.
I was doing that, wasn't I? Yeah. I did do that.
As if these two songs don't have the exact racial makeup, as if that's even the worst bad faith argument.
Well, no, I told you it was about the difference in white boy performance. From
Both songs are very white boy. Renegade! That's one of the whitest songs in Jay's catalog up until that point. Now it doesn't seem so because of what he's been doing lately. But, back then, Renegade! With that funeral dirge beat, really? Over boom, 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 boom.
Well, yeah, let's start there. Very iconic, if I might say so myself, intro. Very cinematic intro.
Oh, that boom, 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 boom.
Come on. Now here's my take. Here's my hot take. Okay, I think this beat and record is more of a party starter than the next episode.
Well, we'll talk about that on the next episode.
We will talk about that on the next episode. But I just wanted to bring that up because we had a big argument during the next episode, which we already recorded because the guest spot had Daniel, the biggest bozo, on it. But this comes on, like, I've heard it in like social settings. And when it comes on, I'm like, oh, do. I'm bouncing more than the next episode.
Directly proportional to how you feel about Eminem.
What?
Directly proportional to how you feel about Eminem.
Eminem ain't even on the next episode.
I'm talking about bouncing to this song more than next episode. There's a lot of people who don't fuck with Eminem anymore. When this comes on, now they're not rocking with it anymore. Back in 99, I don't think a soul breathing didn't fuck with this song.
They try to say he doesn't have any club songs. I feel where they're coming from, but the bounce on this is undeniable. Okay.
Yeah,
and like you said, this is pretty much an Eminem showcase. So it's his song to me. Well, that's what they were saying on Twitter. Somebody plays Smack. I don't think Smack That is going off outside of certain circles. I saw the tweet. They said they played Smack That And the woman who tweeted it, made sure to point out that there happened to be a deer head on the wall of where she was at. So
I'll tell you one thing: Smack That surprisingly goes off in a way that you wouldn't expect. Where
Eminem, he goes off in a way that you wouldn't expect.
I don't think it's the Eminem factor. I think it's the Akon factor. Like, that album also had "I Want to Fuck You" with Snoop Dogg on it.
People love Akon.
Akon is just so money in social settings. You have no idea how crazy people get for him.
Yeah.
Any song, you play the Jeezy song, Soul Survivor, like any song with Akon that was a hit back in the day still goes off today. Don't know why, but it is. It's a fact. I've played these songs out and they get a big reaction.
I've seen it, so I know you're not lying.
I'm not lying. I wish I was lying. I'm not fucking lying. I've played records in public before, hoping to get a reaction, and I've cleared dance floors before. Like, literally cleared dance floors, and was basically told, you can go, but you're not getting paid your full rate, basically.
Oh, man, it was that bad?
I think I told this story before. I went to that club to DJ one night, and I walked in, and they were playing a house, like, Jersey club remix of, like, Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi, and I'm just like, oh my God, I'm fucked. Like, I came to do hip-hop night, and we got, like, basically, like, the Jersey Shore rejects over here playing this, Guido Fist Pump music. I'm fucked. I went up there, bro, and I think I started my set with Can't Knock the Hustle, and I cleared the dance floor.
This man walked in like he was Ernest Baker, but that's not what they wanted. Okay. Actually,
they wanted,
Ernest Baker probably would have had some white boy songs on deck.
I did not have white boy songs on deck. I was told it was hip hop night, so I came with some hip hop,
Okay.
So I opened with Can't Knock the Hustle, and then I was told by the guy, he's like, yo, like, we gotta, we gotta kind of change course a little bit, I was like, word. So like some Pharrell shit. And that's when he was like, all right, so you don't have to pay security, but we're not going to pay you your full rate. We got enough to eat Chinese food next door.
Oh, well, that's a win.
But they had to keep playing boom, 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 boom. They had to keep
boom, boom music.
Yeah, but this was boom, 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 boom.
Oh, okay, right.
Boom, 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 boom. Like 4 on the Floor remixes of 80s songs, basically. If I don't have that, I'm fucked. It was like the CW Post crowd, basically. And I was told it was hip-hop night, so fuck me, right? At least they didn't get to hear me. I brought some, like, real deep-cut shit. I had some, like fucking, like, Dilla shit on me, too. If I was... you gotta see who you're dealing with first. I thought, we're in New York, I'll open with Jay, and then we'll build the energy up from there. Because Can't Knock the Hustle is not, like, a super energetic record. My idea for the set was
to ease them in.
Yeah, my idea was like, let me just like get in there, throw this on the decks, feel it out, and move from there, right? Like, see if people are even fucking with some classic J. With a chorus, it's still like a record, like it's a record. Can't Knock the Hustle. And I had a version without all the okay, all the pain in the ass shit. So
McMahon.
No, I had like the fucking radio edit of it. Not the radio edit, but like the, single version.
You got straight to the point, right?
Yes. Well, and it's not like a record that you're going to set the party off like crazy, but geez Louise. I mean, everybody left the dance floor. It was horrible. But,
It's okay, man. You were dealing with
them crackers.
So
I had a lot of interesting experiences doing that, like, because I was mostly on Long Island doing this shit, and it was a coin toss depending on the crowd I would get. When I'd get, like, a crowd of drunk yo-yo-yos, peppered in with some locals, like, I did something in Glen Cove at this place called the Aqua Lounge, and it's, like, another place where the CW Post kids go, but I think a different crowd. That shit kind of went off, because it was almost like a little bit of a house party vibe there. Like, that was cool. I did a spot in New Hyde Park called Empire Billiards, and that was a mixed bag. Like, it was a whole night of feeling out the crowd, essentially. Like, nobody left the dance floor because there's no dance floor. It's a billiard hall and a bar. So it's more like a lounge.
Mm-hmm.
And I was able to kind of DJ and get a sense of what people were really fucking with and what they weren't. And when I was talking to the owner after that show, he was saying like, yo, you play good shit, but a lot of the shit you play like is not going to cut the mustard essentially, like in a live setting. And he was actually the only person to like really break it down to me in the sense of like, you can't just come to a spot and play the shit that you think is good. You have to make sure that the shit you think is good also has some sort of, it's tethered to some sort of like radio play, or it's a classic record that everybody knows, you know? So he was talking about some of the shit I was playing, and he was like, yeah, he was literally calling these records out by name. He was like, those are good records, but look at like the reaction that Joe Budden Sexy Love Neo remix got versus everything that I just named. And he was one of the few people that actually put me onto that shit. But like, it was interesting doing those spots on like border of Queens and Long Island and, you know, just like Glen Cove, Old Westbury, like fucking weird areas in Nassau County that, you know, not necessarily the crowd for hip hop night. Let's just put it that way. How did we get on this?
Sure.
Akon? Smack that?
Smack that.
Yeah,
Whether Eminem has called white people. Look, all we know is that at the end of your set,
to make you have to get up out of there style.
That's right.
Because you would flop. Make you have to get up out of there style.
They made me get up out of their style. I mean, to be fair, I've only been asked to get up out of their style once, but you don't forget it.
It sucks, man.
You don't forget it. And the thing is, as a DJ, and I guess this is something that, like, for me at 19, I was 18, 19 when I was doing this, mainly. When you're 18 and 19, you want to play people all the music you think is cool. You don't understand the business aspect of being a good DJ.
Can't do that. I've seen them try to do that. I've been at shows. Somebody's DJing. They're trying to.
Dude, it goes back to that
their taste, and I feel them.
That Young
totally
Thug.
Feel them.
I was telling you, Toomey was DJing at the Young Thug show, and he was playing Nas Second Childhood from Stillmatic. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like, but that would have been me at 19.
And everybody in there would have looked at you.
I don't like to see a lot of internet stuff. Yeah. It's weird.
You know, you can't play stuff outside of the demographic. It's gonna go tragically for you. I've seen it happen.
And it doesn't matter how many bangers you play in a row. The second you play something that they don't know, they're gonna start like looking around and moving away.
Yep.
But back to the record.
Yeah. We totally forgot about Dre. The one thing we were told to not do.
I'm just saying, you acted like it was preposterous that I said, this is, emphatically, I said, no, I have no doubts.
Besides the point now, okay? We all like...
Eminem.
Okay? We all like him, all right? So it's just, leave that for the comments.
Okay, but all I'm saying is, the mileage of this record depends on how you feel about Eminem. I enjoy Eminem.
I do too. I enjoy this verse.
My enjoyment of this record is not hampered by the fact that Eminem is on it. I think for some people who were rocking with M back in 99, nowadays probably don't want to hear this.
Well, they're idiots.
No, Mel, I don't blame them. If that's their prerogative, it is what it is.
I do blame them because he's not doing the thing now where he has the broken faucet flow and he's just trying to pop himself with all the multis and syllables, okay? This is a record, and he's flowing within the context of the record, and it makes for a good record. This is when he knew how to flow to a beat and make sure it was still a record. So if they're hating on this in 2021...
I'm not going to be mad if someone says, not hating, but basically saying, I've outgrown this record.
Come on. You outgrew this bounce, really?
I gave the song a 9, Mel. I didn't outgrow
Not you.
Shit.
I'm talking to them. When I say you, I mean them.
But I also watched like VHS rips of the same like Tom Green show and Attitude Era fucking like wrestling shit. Like I'm a bit of a stuck in my time at points, you know? So, like, I'm not going to just turn on a dime, A, because Eminem's not what he used to be now, and B, because it's unpopular to like him. I don't give a shit. I still like this old Eminem shit.
But the record holds up to me, okay?
I'm saying, like, to me, this has everything that makes Eminem great, but the music is a cut above the usual shit that he's rapping on.
Folks,
beat-wise, Mel, what records has Eminem rapped on with a beat this good?
He's rapped on plenty of beats that I like.
As good as this beat?
Look, we are so... I'm telling you, man, Dre is listening to this and he feels so neglected and offended because this is the one record that we neglected him the most on for the white boy. How can we do this?
I gotta tell you, because he's not the star of the record. You said it yourself. You look at this as an Eminem record.
He's not the star of the record, but you know what? Eminem is doing this in service of Dre. Okay? He has Dre's back on this.
Yes,
okay?
on the chorus,
scolding the audience for forgetting about Dre.
The extremely wordy chorus. He says nowadays everybody want to talk like they got something to say.
Great rap hook.
But nothing comes out when they move their lips. Just a bunch of gibberish, and motherfuckers act like they forgot about Dre. Yeah,
Can I just say the just a bunch of gibberish part has always been very hard for me to say. Because
it's hard to say it all in
coming
sequence.
out of where he came out of, the just is hard to catch.
Dude.
Nowadays, everybody want to talk. They got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips. The S and the lips into just is very hard to pull off.
Thanks for making my point.
The lips, no. Gibberish. They forgot about Dre. Everything else is easy to say.
This is why it's his best feature verse of all time. Because to this day, in my mind, it's still like the technique is just so incredible on here from him.
No, it's masterful technique for sure.
This is some of his best technical rapping on a hit record.
Sure. But listen, man, we're here because Dr. Dre had to set the record straight. Okay? That's what this is about. He had to let his nuts hang. Because people forgot about him. All right? That's what this record's about, man.
Yes.
Okay.
But think about the singles, right? Still Dre. Forgot about Dre. Next episode. They're all sort of, what did you call them earlier? Like,
what did I call them earlier?
They're like, maybe I was saying this. I don't remember. Wait, was it you who said, pull yourself together, man?
Don't say that. Don't do that. Another Moulz Mel inside joke, but one that shouldn't have been made. Where's the boo soundbite? Do I have it? I can't find it right now, but you deserve it.
It's for my man, 1J Dunn.
Good man, bad reference. Yeah.
But yeah, they're closing the gap between 92 and now, basically. Like, you know, these records have a lot of self-mythologizing going on in them.
Yes, I'm glad you brought that phrase back up because that's what's happening here. Okay. You know, and I gotta tell you, man, I'm a big fan of I can finally afford to feed my family with groceries. Because it's like, well, what else would you be feeding them with? What were you feeding them with before? Like, it's one of those things where a stickler Mel, you know, looks at the sentence, you know, and just picks it apart. Because it's like, if he would have said, I can finally afford to feed my family groceries. Actually, no, that's still, if he just said, I can finally afford to buy groceries for my family. But the fact that he said feed implies that he was feeding them something else before groceries.
The stuff.
You follow me? The stuff. Oh, no. Great film. Oh, man. That's the Dr. Dre feeding his family this stuff.
Yeah, the medical doctor. I think Dre's second verse is better than his first verse. That's the one that... So? Yeah, that's the one that has always... Because it comes after M, and he's kind of like picking up his flow a little bit, too. Coming off the M verse. If it was up to me, motherfuckers stop coming up to me with your hands out, looking up to me like you want something free. When my last CD was out, you wasn't bumping me.
Am I crazy for thinking M wrote this for him?
No, I think he did.
I can definitely hear it syllabically.
It's just a little. Yeah. It's a little more simplistic because, like, Dre doesn't have that fourth gear.
What? Because I've been in a pad, or what is it? Because I've been in a lab with a pen and a pad
trying to get this damn label off. I ain't
that
having
could
that.
totally be
Yeah.
Eminem.
This is the millennium of
having
aftermath.
that. This is the millennium of
That's
aftermath.
not how Dre's rapping on the first verse.
Exactly.
Y'all know me, still saying Moulz G, but I've been low key. You know, that's a totally different flow.
Exactly. You know, it's just he had to let his nuts hang. We forgot about Dre. I mean, I was too young. I ain't forget about Dre. I didn't forget, but the rest of them forgot about Dre.
The funny thing is, I think a lot of people were introduced for the first time
to Dre through this
song.
Hey, because it was a hit.
It was a hit.
Know? Come on.
But yeah, I had a crazy experience listening to this week, and I was saying, I think on the Eminem show review that we did, that like I hate the Call of Duty jokes about Eminem because people take them too far.
Glad you brought that up. So glad you brought that up, because here's the thing. Yeah, he has his fans, the people who love to jerk off over syllables and multis, okay? He does that on this verse, and I'll allow it, because this was a time in his life where he knew how to deploy it in a way that was still very digestible and fun and accessible, okay?
Yeah.
This is just as bit as technical as the best technical verses, but it's still fun to listen to.
But it's not masturbatory like Rap God.
Exactly. You know?
Which I hate.
You know what? He has that humor in there, that prime peak Slim Shady Eminem humor. You know, talking about hopping out with two broken legs, trying to walk it off. You know? Come on.
Yeah, this is, and I was saying, like, at the time, Mel, we didn't have much to go off of. We didn't have the whole career to survey. He was still new and hot and fresh, and every verse felt like a potential event.
Yeah.
If you were there while it was happening, it was a moment. But I'll tell you what happened this week. So I was playing that PUBG the other day.
Oh, why were you playing that?
I was listening to the Chronic, and I wanted something to occupy my headspace.
There are plenty of other video games that could occupy your time.
Well, I chose to play PUBG online. So I was playing PUB, and when I jumped out of so it's a battle royale game, or battle royale game if you guys have never played it. Kind of like Fortnite, except more realistic, like not cartoony, and there's no building aspect to it. You have to survive. It's either like teams of 3, like 33 or something, teams of 3, or 100 players just get dropped into a map.
Eminem fans are listening to this. They know what PUBG is.
Right. And what happens is there's something that like there's these countdowns and these intervals where this map keeps getting smaller and you have to keep going deeper and deeper into the map, or if you don't get there in time, you'll die. This is just a rough primer if you guys have no idea what these games are. But Mel, I got out of the plane and I like kind of launched way too early, and I was so far away from where I needed to be. Like there were like 2 islands.
Hear that, ladies? I hope you picked up on that. That was a Freudian slip. He's one of them premature ejaculatos.
It wouldn't matter. I'm in a relationship. So I launched down into like this island, essentially. There's 2 different bridges that connect to the much, much larger part of the island. And I'm just like, yo, I'm fucked. Like, my teammates are like on the other side of the island. And I just like almost became resigned to the fact that, you know, as the barrier was going to start to close in, I was going to die. There was no way I was going to make it in time. And I could hear through the TV, my teammates were talking, and they even said, I heard them through the TV. I guess you could hear what your teammates say. And they're like, oh, he's not going to make it. He's going to die. So I was in complete agreement with them. But I found a vehicle, like, just so fortuitously, I found a vehicle as this song starts, Mel.
Wow.
And then the countdown ends, and that blue laser wall starts coming, and it's a race, literally a race between me getting into the circle or getting swallowed by this incoming blue wall of death. And as Eminem's verse reaches the crescendo, when the cops can't do nothing, me and Dre stood next to a burnt, and the beat changes like, dude, I'm like seconds away. I'm gonna live or die. And I go off a cliff with the I'm in the blue shit already. My health is getting depleted. And I go off a cliff into the water during this song. And I gotta say, to the Call of Duties out there, maybe playing video games to like intense, fast pace, like double time Eminem versus is the move. Maybe instead of making Call of Duty jokes, we should be playing Call of Duty and games like it.
It seemed like it didn't help you much because I'm guessing you died.
No!
What?
Dude, my car landed in the bottom of the ocean, pressed like B to get out of the car. I swam, and the thing is, I didn't want my head to come out of the water because I was worried if there was someone out on the beach, they would kill me. So I was at the bottom of the ocean, so I was just swimming. My health starts depleting, so at a point, I have to get myself back up into the open air.
This man thought he was at Normandy over here.
So I got out into the water, and I noticed, oh shit, there's someone else here in the water. He gets out of the water, and he shoots me, bro. He fucking shoots me. And Mel, I played dead. I made my body stay underwater. My teammate pulled up in the car because they said over the mic, I heard them saying, they're like, yo, we're numbers. It's like, yo, number 3 is back. He made it.
Oh my God.
So, yo, this dude comes to revive me. He comes to save me. And we both get killed. The homie tried to save my life, bro. But we both got shot down, bro.
I need that Price is Right losing horn for the end of this story.
And I watched my death back, and it's so fucked up to watch it. I like pop my head back out of the ocean because I'm not fully healed. Before this dude could fully heal me, he was getting shot, and I kind of bled out in the ocean.
So I don't play that game no more, all right?
I'll say this. Whatever they did recently to it, the gunshots don't, like... Remember I used to say...
traumatic?
Yeah, I used to feel the gunshots, and I'd have to turn the game off because it was too real.
Realistic?
Yeah. I feel like they don't feel that way anymore.
Well,
it was epic to escape. It wasn't about winning the match. It was about escaping the wall, which I had no chance to escape if I hadn't found a vehicle. And my race, essentially, as the wall began to swallow me and take away my health, my race over a cliff into the water to Eminem's crescendo in his verse. It was a moment. That's all I'm saying.
Well...
And you know, speaking of M's verse, bro, really, when he just gets on from... One day I was walking by with a Walkman on. When I caught a guy, give me an awkward eye, and strangled the parking lot with the car can I. I don't give a fuck if it's dark or not. Harder than me trying to park a Dodge when I'm drunk as fuck. Right next to a humongous truck in a 2-car garage. Hopping out with 2 broken legs trying to walk it off. Fuck you too, bitch. Call the cops. I'm going to kill you and them loud. Listen, I'm going to kill you and them loud-ass motherfucking barking dogs. That's how I feel about my neighbors sometimes, because those fucking dogs they just leave them in there all day and they be barking all day, man. That shit's mean. Just give it to a good dog, man, so it can keep him busy and not bark.
Dog, man.
When the cops come through me and Dre stood next to a burnt down house with a can full of gas and a handful of matches, Stormwater find out. So here on out, it's Chronic 2. Starting today, tomorrow new. Still loco enough to choke you to death.
I always thought he was saying, and still no one found out.
Still weren't found out.
Oh, okay. Well, both work, but yeah, I guess it's weren't.
But yeah, he just goes in on his verse. It's, to me, his best feature verse of all time. Anyone, 718-635-0743. You got anything? I mean, I feel like, really, what else is there? Dead Wrong and Renegade. Those would probably be the only two. Maybe Patiently Waiting. I can't even think of a proper top 5 when it comes to verses. Obi Trice, We All Die One Day. That's a good verse.
Yeah, you definitely died in PUBG.
Well, yeah, but guess what? Today, I was winner, chicken dinner, because you got to break it. I'm going to tell you something else, Mel. I've never not been in the top 20.
Yeah, because we know your strategy. Well, if they don't know, I'll spill the beans. Moulz just hides. He's not an active participant in the war.
Because it's not a war game; it's a survival game. And the longer you're not rewarded for shoot, or maybe you're. I don't give a fuck. The fact of the matter is, you ain't killing me to the end. If you're killing me, okay.
He doesn't play it for the action. He plays it to survive. It's a survival game for him. And I mean, the point is to survive. So who can blame him?
I've won multiple games of this game with that mentality. I think it's always the trigger happy pappies out there who get caught up and die.
Yeah, and we end up saying,
shout out to his family.
We got it.
Yeah.
We got it.
Yeah, that's usually me. I mean, I'm not hyper aggressive, but I'd be itching for some action.
But you know what? You know what I'm also doing though? I'm using a car as a shield to protect you as you're on the ground gunning. Like if we're in a team, a lot of times, like I got the car position where no one can snipe the car and we can move quickly, and I'm sticking out the side of the car with the gun, so like I'm doing lookout. I'm a useful member of the team. I just don't run into battle because the thing is, and this is pretty embarrassing, I don't know how to attach the scopes that you find, so I can't do long range like shots at anyone, so I kind of just have to I play a ground game mainly, and I take care of my crew. Except when I accidentally jump out of the plane from the complete other side of the map. And my recommendation, grab a vehicle and turn on Forgot About Dre, and you'll make it. But then you'll get shot as you're leaving the water.
Well, only other things I have to say about this, me, the small penis rap fan, I realized that the Beano reference, and he's there's a song where he says he's referencing Dre because Dre says fuck y'all, all y'all, if y'all don't like me, blow me, yeah. And Beano says, so fuck y'all, all y'all, if y'all don't like me, good, so and that's where he got that from. As a kid, I always thought Dr. Dre said turn pop on the fern flop, but that's not what he said.
I did too. I did too, Mel. I did too. Yeah, on the fern flop.
Yeah,
I turn pop on the fern flop, but it's when the fern.
I thought that was like a sort of like a on the flip side or something,
But he was talking about the firm, with Nas and Foxy Brown and AZ. I think the whole duo that he did some production on that album. I remember he did Phone Tap. I think he was on the song too.
There you go. Also, I had to issue a correction as I look at the lyrics. I wrote this thinking I knew the song very well. He doesn't say provide, he says provide my family with groceries, not feed
mad at me
because
mad at me because I can finally afford to provide my family with groceries.
Okay, right. So he could have provided them with other things. That and
Dre's second verse I do think is better, but it's very Eminem-ish. Picking up, I think because after Eminem's verse, it's like, what are you going to go back to rapping how you were rapping before? You got to put a little bit more energy into it.
Eminem just raised the bar, so now you got to get him to write your next verse.
Look, 718-635-0743. If you're listening on YouTube, if you're listening to this full episode at home, call in if you think there's a better Eminem guest feature verse. I already told him to
do that, man. I gave him a number. They're going to be in the comments.
Be in the comments, too. Be in the comments.
I'm putting this on YouTube. It's going on YouTube.
All right. What up, all the Eminem fans? You guys love Rab. We guys love you.
We need that daggone engage mo, okay? And this is how we get it. Eminem, ride the white boy. All right, that's the slogan here at Rab.
He's not white anymore, Mel, based on our recent internal discoveries. I.e. his episode...
No. Hey, Julian Dunn, are you listening?
His episode performs so well. The Eminem Show review is such a hit every single day that.
Hold up, I got you. You can't. You're not the only one who's gonna get a Julian Dunn shout out. Yo, you listening, bro? What you know about this? The first matter was John. Eminem is black. I'm snitching.
Hey, you heard it straight from the horse's mouth. Okay. Yeah, due to the enormous success of the Eminem review, we no longer consider him white internally when it comes to scheduling, because we only do one white rapper per season.
Yeah. Only other things I really have to say, as a kid and even now, my favorite part is Chicka 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 Slim Shady. How did them set twin babies?
We got Devin the Dude and Eminem on here.
Mid-80s.
Who do, like, they both do the scratching thing with their vocals.
Who, him and Dre?
No, him and Devin. Eminem and Devin the Dude.
Oh.
Like, they both do the whole, like, not
Dre.
Scratching
is hip-hop, all right, you know?
Like, not Devin on this album, but that song we played, he was doing a little bit of it. He does a lot of, like, vocal scratching, almost like beatbox scratching.
Yeah. Well,
the Chicka Chicka. He doesn't do the Chicka Chicka anymore.
Chicka Chicka Slim Shady. Well,
is he even Slim Shady anymore?
I don't know. You got to ask him.
Well, the M fans that are listening, where do you think, is Slim Shady still around? Do you think he's still around? Is he in there somewhere?
Slim Shady wouldn't approve of him getting an NFT. I know that.
That's fucking garbage. That's fucking stupid as shit. All right, that's fuck you, Mark Cuban, you fucking piece of shit. Shark Tank, fuck you. Fuck your tank. Free the sharks.
I'll say this. I think it's the last thing I really have to say. Listen, we know Eminem, and as far as his career, very controversial. Used the redacted word a lot, but here's the thing: he snuck in here. He's pro-trans, folks. Okay, pro-trans. You know how I know? Calling men ladies. Okay, he said that. He honored their transition and pronouns. Okay, and he also put out a dog whistle to the incel portion of his fan base. Sorry, Doc, but I've been crazy. Because, you know, there are the people who think it's a mental illness to be trans. You know? So him calling men ladies would be... Listen, Eminem, he knows how to keep all the people. You know? Now, in playing both sides, they call him... what are they?
This is like
he'd
when
be a
I
dirty,
said,
rotten centrist in this
This is like when I said,
know?
50 Cent was an ally to the LGBT community. On our... what was it? The Watch Your Back review?
Look, they can't argue with me. He was on stage with Elton John. All right. Okay. You got the wrong guy. All right. You got the wrong guy. DaBaby is who you want. All right. And if you heard the earlier part of the review, we know what his problem is. Okay. So yeah. Anyway, you gotta, there's no ways you can't save me. It's okay. Go with him, Haley.
The dad.
I pop for that now. I pop for that now. I pop for it in 90. It's great.
Such a great way to just like, it's the cherry on top of Eminem's greatest feature verse of all time.
Well, I'm not going to argue with you about that. The song's a flat 8. I like it a lot. For you,
flat 9 for me. It's my second favorite song on the album. But should we discuss my favorite?
Oh yeah, we can move it along. Yeah, we went long on this one. And I think we forgot about Dre, but hey.
No, we got to Dre. It's just you kept saying we forgot about him. It's like every time we do
about Eminem.
It's like every time we
forgot about Dre. Just face it, bro.
It's because every time we do an album from a woman, you're like, "This is so misogynist. We're not talking about her right now."
What? What that got to do with us forgetting about Dre?
Because we're not.
We didn't forget
Julian
about
Dre.
Shout out. The best head I ever got was from Dr. Dre. No pause. Dude is like a lady. Don't listen to the music. All right, I'm only doing this for Julian Dunn. That's all I'm doing this for. Audience, you don't want to know. You don't want to know what we're talking about. You don't want to know. This is cult activity right now. But you want to move on? We
didn't forget about Dre. You got to him.
Dre. You know, that's what he says. I think we forgot about Dre.
No, we got to him. You just kept saying we forgot about him, but we just hadn't got to him yet.
We forgot about Dre
because you took umbrage with my statement.
No, not that umbrage. All right.
Well then, listen. If you rebuke me, then you know, fuck it.
Umbridge was a very bad teacher.
Fuck it, you're hiding a child.
No. All right, we're moving on. We're gonna bring in the biggest bozo for track 11, the next episode. If you thought we went long here, well, hey, just hold on to your butts. Isn't that what Samuel L. Jackson said?
I guess it's almost 2 hours. So, yeah, get ready for almost 2 hours on the next episode, and we'll see you after the record scratch.
Yo, it's Mel from Rap Rankings. To hear the full episode this clip comes from and all the other episodes, stop by raprankings.com or search Rap Rankings on your favorite podcast platform.